Hey guys, thank you for clicking on this video. Before we get into the topic at hand, please consider joining my Patreon. If you have an extra pinkies in your account, please help a brother outgrow this channel. I'm looking to hire editors and bring you more videos faster than ever. Also, if you join my Clipper gang, you get early access to the videos a whole 24 or even 48 hours early. Shout out to my first Patreon, Mocha Bin Trill. You are truly appreciated. Now, let's get into the video. South African hip-hop has grown leaps and bounds since it first premiered on our SA shores. However, we've always had hip-hop elements seep into our homegrown music. Trompies from the Jazzme Records era would wear Chuck Taylor All-Stars, bucket hats, and chinos resembling the 90s hip-hop dresswear. Ispantsula is an exaggerated form of the crip walk popularized by LA gangsters. TKZ were huge fans of the Lost Boys, which effectively had them re-establish the Kwaito sound, incorporating hip-hop elements, giving it a unique sound and tempo, making the Kwaito sound that we know and love today.
Seems to be too hot to get over, too low to get under,
As South Africans have been freed from the oppression of apartheid, we resonated with the stories and messages of the young black youth of the US inner cities. Individuals and groups from townships such as Soweto down to the Cape Flat were enamored by the genre, coming from the ghettos of New York and LA. Today, you can still see the influence hip-hop has on our youth. The first hip-hop album in South Africa was Our World by the Capetonian hip-hop group POC, or Prophets of the City, which included DJ Reddy D and Ishmael. This was not immediately accepted within the mainstream because of the political rhetoric in the music. Radio would actually outright refuse to play their music, even outlining Ghetto Rough at the Summers by charging the company over 2,000 Rand to enter their music in each category for the award ceremony. In fact, here's a funny story. The South African Music Awards, which was the biggest award ceremony in the country, first introduced the Best Rap category in 2001. Remember Zwai from TKZ, then the Bala Brothers? If you don't, let me play you a little something by him. Yeah, this guy won Best Rap Album.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
From then on, it would slowly become recognized within the local music industry, making superstars out of artists such as Squatter Camp to the recent Nasty C, who has recently taken hip-hop to the lengths and spaces far beyond what we could imagine as possible. Born on the 12th of April 1981 in Kimberley, Northern Cape, Tebogo Sydney Thapelo Tekisho started rapping at the age of 15. He would record demo tapes under the name ProVerb. He was first introduced to the South African hip-hop market when Amu released the Exhibit-inspired Attention in 2003.
Picture the ProVerb rhyming, sharing the mic with Joburg's finance, representing the capital cities, a golden diamond. I'm faster than distance over time. I'd expect you to know that it's the formula for speed if you did all your science here.
In 2005, ProVerb signed with Outrageous Records, releasing his first album, The Book of ProVerb, with the hits including the breakout single, Heartbeat.
Yo, my heart speaks in the language of heartbeats. My heart speeds when glad, when sad, my heart bleeds.
Microphone Sweet Home, and the prophetic, I Have a Dream. The song starts off with audio from the famous Martin Luther King Jr. speech the title of the song is named after. I have a dream that real MCs will win awards, cats who have been ignored by the industry before. Hip-hop artists have always won awards since Squatter Camp's Mkuku function. However, seeing that it's a category that forces the industry to give an award to hip-hop artists, I'd rather focus on other award ceremonies. The best example would be the South African Hip-Hop Awards. Okay, right, if you've gotten this far in the video, please press the like button. There it is. And the subscribe button. Yeah, scroll down. And then click the notification bell. See, when you like and comment, it tells YouTube and Susan what
Susan Wojcicki.
was
Wojcicki.
The CEO of YouTube, that one. This guy makes some nice content. Also, I'm trying to hire a part-time freelance editor. If you're an editor, or you would just like to learn how I edit my videos and get some zaranyana, and I really mean nyana, because I mean, send me an email in the email address in the description below. If you're just a viewer, smash on the like button and consider joining my Patreon gang. Now back to the video. This was the first time we got to see hip-hop artists in all facets being awarded. Since 2013, they always found fast-rising artists who grew from obscurity, awarding them with the best newcomer. Artists like youngster CPT, who have otherwise been ignored by the mainstream media, is winning awards and is recognized within a community. The underdogs that are giving more and are living for the bigger cause that our hip-hop will hit abroad. Double HP is the first rapper that I'm aware of who has a song with a prominent international feature. Nas, who had a guest first on Kiledimo. That was our first foray in moving into an international space. Since then, we've had other artists feature other international artists. In 2014, Ali S had his second single from his album shot by Matt Alonzo in LA, further bringing attention to another facet in SA hip-hop. I have a dream of platinum sales, minimum gold, a tour bus with all of us, touring across African borders while TV networks record us. It's almost every other day that we're bombarded with pictures of rappers buying tour buses to tour with. Focalistic and Costa Titch are the most recent that I can think about. Since we don't rely on television networks anymore in 2021, the one tour we're always given updates on in terms of video is J Molly's Never Broke Team. I have a dream of writing articles in magazines that explain hip-hop is more than just some baggy jeans. While hip-hop has stopped the baggy jean look since 2010s rolled in, we have been getting articles from different publications within our culture who are actually invested in the characters within our hip-hop sphere. Sometimes bad, sometimes good, but articles beyond the superficial nonetheless. None more prevalent, however, than Hype magazine. While it was still a physical publication, it was great until it got into the hands of the current IEC. That's a story for another day. Oh, and also this. I have a dream of being on stage when I perform this, seeing the crowd respond to metaphors, not just the chorus.
It's funny, I hated accounting, but I wanna know to Shabba number, That means something. A teacher even got a wapilon cherry. I can repeat that easy, just I killed the show because it's critical. Petty Blackberry and the iPhone, the bold and the beautiful.
While going through the song though, there are no other artist whose dream this fits more than Nasty C. Born in 1997, Insika Yesizwe, David Jr. Ngobo, grew up in Ilovo, KwaZulu-Natal to become Nasty C. He drew attention to himself after the release of his single, Juice Back. He would follow that up with the Juice Back remix, which featured Casper and Davido. This started Nasty C's rise within the South African market as a force to be reckoned with. I will do a bio documentary about Nasty C in another video, but for the moment, let's see how many lines we can connect with Nasty. Nasty C has released 3 projects including Price City, which did not receive any real attention from the mainstream outlets. He even performed with AKA and Dali S and worked with Questa. In fact, Juice Back was a retaliation for that, which won him his first award in the same year at the South African Hip Hop Awards, which brought Nasty out from obscurity to the award-winning Nasty C. There were tons more after that. Starting with King, Nasty C has had multiple gold singles. Strings and Bling would be his first album to reach platinum status, eventually going double platinum. 2020 was meant to be the year that he would take the tour outside of South Africa, but we know how that turned out.
In the light of the increased rate of infection.
Nasty has told many stories in his music, even from the first album.
I met a girl named Sam, and I fell in love with a girl named Sam. Yeah, I had to rub it in like Birdman's hands.
Including the tragic story of his mother, Ivy.
Basically, my mother was on her way back home. She was working in Johannesburg, right? Okay. I was staying with my father and my siblings in Durban, and something had happened. There was like a little incident with my sister, her daughter, so she had to rush back home that weekend. But because she was so worried, she wanted to come back a little earlier, like on a Wednesday. And as she was rushing back, she just happened to be at the wrong place at the wrong time in the wrong taxi. And there was like a taxi rivalry thing going on, and she was unfortunate, yeah.
I think the best line that describes Nasty C at this moment is definitely this one. In March 2020, Nasty C would announce that he had signed a joint venture deal with the legendary hip-hop label Def Jam. In June, he would visit Atlanta and LA, linking up with Spillage Village, Coil Ray, Jeezy, and his idol T.I. ProVerb, now an OG rapper within the South African music industry, has seen his dream come true. South African hip-hop has grown leaps and bounds across African borders and further than even ProVerb expected. Casper has gone on to fill up stadiums. AKA Enquesta would go diamond on singles and albums. In 2014 and 15, it could be said that hip-hop dominated the charts, where even house DJs were doing hip-hop songs. Hip-hop has grown from a novelty, and we still have more growing to do. There's literally only one thing that hasn't been fulfilled in ProVerb's dream. Together we stand, divided we fall. We need to stop beefing, unless it's for the music of course, and causing rivalries as it is permeating to our new wave. Amapiano is winning right now because everyone is featuring everyone, even people that no one knows. If we had to adopt the same mentality, the sky is the limit.
See, I done came up quietly. Ain't nobody know what I could really do entirely, and everyone who knew what I could do was really tired of me. Remind me, part of me, I don't really know what's wrong with me. I wanna be a mystery. Cause you can believe that I'ma be a part of history. I'm counting on my fees like I'm money with my pistol beat. I got enemies like I'm Tupac 26 and big, and all of y'all can hear the beat. I mean, even Sandra Bullock couldn't bear the heat. If you beefing with me, nigga, you should check this.